Hello, my name is Ricardo Garcia, and let's go over the shooter game and the various features added to the game. Alright, starting off, let's talk about the config YAML file. We have created a YAML file that contains all the variables and global variables set in this file. This file can be changed prior to the game running and can change the screen width, the frames per second, the amount of gravity, number of rows or columns, tile types, max number of levels, and if the start game or false game, moving left or right. If you want to have the character shooting or not shooting, if you want to have grenades or no grenades at all, or if a grenade's thrown. And this file is read into the actual game by a YAML and is used to open YAML files and have their variables set or changes to be read into the project. As here we can see, we do a config.get screen width, which is in the config file as 800. We can change this value and have a different screen size. So let's try that out. We can do a size of 1200. And let's start this game. Now you have a screen width of 800. And now let's say we change that to a screen width of 600. A lot smaller screen. Very compact. Now let's go over another feature we have in the game. Currently, we implemented this timer clock system that'll be set up in the front of the game and at the top. This currently is set up at 360 seconds and is rendered in this font on top of the game when it starts. As you can see right here, this goes through many events and it starts at 5:56. And as long as the player is alive, the timer continues. Now, if the player were to die, you get the current time that was completed was 348 seconds. We can restart the game and the timer is reset. And this is due to the event type called timer and if the player is a live variable. The timer starts and each second, a second is subtracted from the timer. The next section of code we can talk about is the level creation and object creation and how the level is shown. The level is constructed by a CSV file that contains numerous numbers in it that are set up to be environmental files. As seen here, when it's a 0, you get a tile location of this icon. If it's a 4, you get this icon. If you get a 20, you get the exit screen. Now let's take a look at how that looks in the game. So once each tile is read from the CSV file, it's given a value or an object. An object is created within that tile to show what it is. So currently, if you have a soldier object created, we set it as enemy, and this tile has a specific size, and the enemy has a specific size. So if the tile is a 16, which is in the CSV file, we have numerous 16s. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 enemies on the screen. We can confirm that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 enemies. And then tile 20 right at the end will be our exit to the next level, where the next CSV file will be read and the enemies will be placed in different positions based on where the tile is set in the CSV file. The next feature to discuss is the enemy animation. The enemy uses the same class as the player animation. It has 4 sets of animations: the idle, run, jump, and death. The death icons start with 5 icons, starting with the first, indexing through each one until you get a final bow as their death. We can see that right here. The enemy has bowed and has surrendered. Thank you.